Well, good afternoon once again, everyone. We're about an hour behind, but it is time to roll with break 17,904. 25-26 Series 1 case team by number 2. And once again, for those just joining us, my apologies. My voice is a little off today as we're running through all these Series 1 cases. But I'll run through the team assignments, then we'll roll with case team by number 2. Sorry, guys, one sec. All right, team assignment 17,904 are as follows. So Silver 016's got the Ducks, Bruins 37, Utah, and Boston. Batwing with Buffalo, Suzura 32, the Flames. Noel Trapagna, Carolina, Chicago. Case Samini with the Avalanche, Bruins 37, Columbus. Noed 70 has Dallas, Bruins 37, Detroit. Redfire 001, the Oilers. Scott Knockart with Florida. Frankie Chen, Vegas and LA. Robert Roper, Minnesota. JSUP 12, Montreal. Jonathan Blouin, Nashville. Matteo Peruzzi, the Devils. Aaron Kaiser, the Islanders. Jay Nadeau, the Rangers. Walt Ryan, Ottawa. Aaron Kaiser, Philly. Brian Wong, Pittsburgh. Scott Sutherland, San Jose. Frankie Chen, Seattle. Schmever with the Blues. Bruins 37, Tampa Bay. Andrew White, Toronto. Meaty Clackers, Vancouver. Matt B with the Capitals. Bruins 37, the Jets. So good luck, everyone. Enjoy another case of Series 1. All right, have fun, everybody. Enjoy. Case team by number 2. Good luck. All right, pack 1, box 1, have fun. And Dazzler's Blue, Philip Gustafson, Minnesota. Jake Sanderson, canvas for Ottawa. Portrait of Linus Ullmark, Ottawa. Aho Encore for Carolina. Bustle Sam Reinhart, Florida. Nicholas Coco, Young Guns, Seattle. Tracking Systems red out of 199. Ullmark, Ottawa. Compadres, Kachuk and Barkov, Florida. Compositions, Keller for Utah. We got the canvas for Ottawa, Dylan Cousins. Dalibor Dvorsky, Young Guns for the Blues. Compositions, Aho for Carolina. Matthew Wood, Black and White Young Guns canvas for Nashville. Evgeny Malkin Encore for Pittsburgh. Tracking Systems, Aiden Hill, Vegas. Bustle of Zach Werenski, Columbus. Nikita Tolopilo, Young Guns for the Canucks. Cup Quest, Hyman for the Oilers. Line A canvas for Montreal. Tim Washi, Young Guns for the Ducks. Composition, Sean Monahan, Columbus. Encore of Kyrou for the Blues. Noah Osland, portrait for the Blues. Oh, my bad. Noah Osland, portrait for Buffalo. Aho Sizzle Reel, Carolina. Systems of Blackwood for the Avalanche. Riley Duran, Young Guns, Boston. Cup Quest, Eric Carlson, Pittsburgh. Sizzle Reel Speckled, Kent Johnson, Columbus. Cole Caulfield, canvas for Montreal. Portrait of Matthew Tkachuk, Florida. Encore Thatcher Demko, Vancouver. Compadres, McDavid Draisaitl for the Oilers. Justin Robitaille, Young Guns, Carolina. Outburst Silver, Pavel Michkov for the Ducks. Sizzle Reel, Kirill Marchenko, Columbus. Goal-oriented Jack Eichel, Vegas. Box 2. Dazzlers Blue, Dougie Hamilton, New Jersey. Logan Cooley, canvas for Utah. Compositions Bedard, Chicago. Encore Chris Kreider for the Rangers. Tracking Systems Bennington for the Blues. Sam Renzel, Young Guns, Chicago. Dazzlers Pink, Logan Cooley for Utah. Compadres, Hughes and Hughes, Jack and Luke, New Jersey. Cup Quest, Kempe for LA. Adam Lowry, canvas for the Jets. Ryan Leonard, Young Guns for the Capitals. Compositions, Jason Robertson, Dallas. We've got a Young Guns clear cut, Cam Lund for San Jose. Encore Miro Hiskin in Dallas. Tracking Systems, Lindgren for the Capitals. Compadres, Eichel and Stone, Vegas. Matthew Wood, Young Guns for Nashville. Cup Quest, Mitch Marner, Toronto. Canvas of Ottinger for Dallas. Jacob Gauthier, Young Guns, Philly. Elias Pettersson, goal-oriented for the Canucks. Encore Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Buffalo. Composition Speckled, McDavid for the Oilers. Stuart Skinner, Systems for the Oilers. Got a bustle of Tyler Bertuzzi, Chicago. Carson Dorwart, Young Guns for Philly. Portrait Adam Fox for the Rangers. Compadres Speckled, DeBrincat Larkin, Detroit. Canvas Checklist, Minnesota, Washington Random. Kaprizov and Ovechkin. Jarvis Portrait for Carolina. Encore of Jake Ottinger, Dallas. Sizzle Reel Fowler for the Blues. Parker Ford, Young Guns for the Jets. Final pack, box 2. Michael McCarron, Outburst Silver for Nashville. Sizzle Reel Kadri for the Flames. Compositions Matthews, Toronto. All right, on to box 3 we go. 17904. Ferrero, canvas for the Sharks. Matthew Robertson, Young Guns for the Rangers. Portrait of Genny Malkin, Pittsburgh. Black and white canvas, Dmitry Voronkov, Columbus. Encore of Marco Rossi, Minnesota. Cam Talbot, Tracking Systems, Detroit. Bustle of Owen Tippett for Philly. Skylar Brindamore, Young Guns, Carolina. Goal-oriented Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Samuel Montembeault, Canvas, Montreal. Jacob Quillen, Young Guns, Toronto. Patrick Laine, Portrait for Montreal. Encore, Dylan Strome for the Capitals. Cider, Portrait, Speckled, Detroit. Sizzle Reel, McDavid for the Oilers. We got a Sizzle Reel Speckled, Bobrovsky, Florida. Lucas Dostal, Canvas for the Ducks. Compositions, Makar for the Avalanche. Sizzle Reel, Cale Makar for the Avalanche. Young Guns of Ivan Demidov. Ivan Demidov, Young Guns for Montreal. Compositions, Gunsel for Tampa. Encore, Brant Clark, LA. Tracking Systems, Kemper, LA. Jacob Melanson, Young Guns, Seattle. For the Ottawa Senators, Young Guns out per silver of Donovan Sabrango. Compadres, Panarin, Lafreniere for the Rangers. Cup Quest, Demko, Vancouver. Dazzlers Blue, Sebastian Aho, Carolina. Brant Clark, Canvas for LA. Goal-oriented, Steven Stamkos, Nashville. Encore of Zane Parekh for Calgary. Tracking Systems, Demko, Vancouver. Nikita Tolopilo, Young Guns for Vancouver. Final pack, box 3. Exclusive of Bobby Brinket of 100 for Philly. Bustle of Logan Stankoven in Carolina. Nazem Kadri Portrait for Calgary. Just going to move some base. We'll move on to box 4. All right, we're on to box 4, break 17904. Young Guns Canvas, Donovan Sabrango for Ottawa. Noah Osland, Young Guns, Buffalo. Wyatt Johnston Portrait for Dallas. Cider Encore Blue, Detroit. Zari Encore for the Flames. Sizzle Reel, Quinn Hughes, Vancouver. Sizzle Reel, McKinnon for the Avalanche. Ian Moore, Young Guns for the Ducks. Goal-oriented, Marchenko, Columbus. Kemper Canvas, LA. Skylar Brindamore, Young Guns, Carolina. Brant Clark Portrait for LA. A Robert Thomas Encore for the Blues. Cup Quest Speckled Kreider for the Rangers. Jeremy Swayman Tracking Systems for Boston. Compadres Toffoli and Celebrini, San Jose. Elias Pettersson, Young Guns, Vancouver. Compositions, Connor for the Jets. Sizzle Reel, Speckled, Draisaitl for the Oilers. Owen Power, Canvas for Buffalo. Compositions, Robert Thomas for the Blues. Noah Osland, Encore for Buffalo. Tracking Systems, Urson for Philly. Young Guns, Jack Finley for Tampa Bay. Logan Stanley, Outburst Silver for the Jets. Bustle, Brady Tkachuk, Ottawa. Cup Quest, Connor Hellebuck for the Jets. Dazzlers Blue, Demko, Vancouver. Owen Tippett, Canvas for Philly. Goal-oriented point for the Lightning. Population count 1,000, Carlson for the Capitals. Sam Reinhart, Encore for Florida. Sizzle Reel, Forsberg, Nashville. Final pack box 4. Dazzlers Pink, Thomas Harley, Dallas. Sizzle Reel, Connor for the Jets. Portrait, Josh Morrissey for Winnipeg. Box 5. Tage Thompson, Canvas, Buffalo. Olivier Rodrigue, Young Guns for the Oilers. Cup Quest, McCann, Seattle. Daniil Miromanov, Clear Cut, Calgary. Morgan Riley, Encore, Toronto. Tracking Systems, Kochkov for Carolina. Did I miss the Young Gun? Thanks, Robin. Give me 1 sec here. Compadres, Hellebuck, Morrissey for the Jets. Matthew Wood, Young Guns, Nashville. Compositions, Philip Forsberg, Nashville. Mr. Young Gun. Thank you. We got a Colton Dock, Missed Young Gun for Chicago. Thanks, Robin. Kyle Connor, Canvas for the Jets. Ryan Suzuki, Young Guns, Carolina. Compositions, Beniers, Seattle. Encore, Blackwood for the Avalanche. Composition, Speckled, Larkin, Detroit. Logan Thompson, Systems for the Capitals. Lane Hudson, Bustle for Montreal. Artem Levushnav, Young Guns for Chicago. Timo Meier, Cup Quest for New Jersey. Compadres Blue, Hellebuck, Morrissey, Speckled for the Jets. Lafreniere, Canvas for the Rangers. Goal-oriented, Caulfield for Montreal. Kucherov, Encore for Tampa. Sizzle Reel, Austin Matthews, Toronto. Joakim Kamal, Young Guns, Nashville. Outburst Silver for Nashville, Brady Shea. Sizzle Reel, Bobrovsky, Florida. Brandon Hagel, Portrait for Tampa Bay. Dazzlers Blue, Hagel for Tampa. Matthias Ekholm, Canvas for the Oilers. Dougie Hamilton, Portrait, New Jersey. Gabe Petto, Encore for the Rangers. Systems of Askarov for Nashville. Vili Koivunen, Young Guns for Pittsburgh. Population count 1,000, Vasilevsky for Tampa. Compadres, DeBrincat, Larkin, Detroit. Goal-oriented, McDavid for the Oilers. On to box 6. We got a Dazzlers Blue, Brant Clark, LA. Huberdeau, Canvas for the Flames. Portrait of Dylan Holloway for the Blues. Hedman, Encore for Tampa. Nazem Kadri, Bustle for the Flames. Joakim Kamal, Young Guns, Nashville. Oh, we got a printing plate for Minnesota. A 101 yellow printing plate, Philip Gustafson. Philip Gustafson for the Minnesota Wild. Sizzle Rio, Luka-Pekka Luukkonen, Buffalo. Goal-oriented Panarin for the Rangers. Stamkos canvas for Nashville. Demidov strikes again. Young Guns of Ivan Demidov for the Montreal Canadiens. Pato portrait for the Rangers. Encore Blue Barkov for Florida. Encore of Byfield for LA. Merzlikins Systems for Columbus. Bustle Cider Detroit. Jakub Skarek, Young Guns for the Islanders. Compositions Crosby for Pittsburgh. Kucherov canvas for Tampa. Rodrigo Abols, Young Guns for Philly. Compositions Rasmus Dahlin, Buffalo. Dalibor Dvorsky encore for the Blues. Lane Hudson compositions speckled Montreal. Jake Ottinger Systems for Dallas. Sizzle Rio, Jared McCann, Seattle. Jacob Quillen, Young Guns, Toronto. Cup Quest of Roman Josi, Nashville. Got the Bustle speckled. Boldy for Minnesota. Will Smith canvas for the Sharks. Goal-oriented Crosby, Pittsburgh. Joakim Kamel encore for Nashville. Sizzle Real Bouchard for the Oilers. Mark Catcomb, Young Guns for the Islanders. Final pack, box 6. Johnny Brodzinski Outburst Silver for the Rangers. Matthew Nyes Bustle for Toronto. Artem Levushnov Portrait, Chicago. Move some base. We'll move on to box 7. All right, moving on to box 7. Break 17,904. We got a Dazzler's Blue, Kempe for LA. Coleman canvas for the Flames. Portrait of Cale Makar for the Avalanche. Encore Uyghur for the Flames. Systems of Sorokin for the Islanders. Nicholas Coco, Young Guns, Seattle. Population count 500, Philip Forsberg, Nashville. Compadres, Matthews, Nylander, Toronto. Compositions, Hughes for the Canucks. Young Guns canvas, Jakub Skarek for the Islanders. Owen Sillinger, Young Guns, Columbus. Compositions of Toffoli for San Jose. Igor Shinnikov, Clear Cut, Columbus. Timo Meyer, Encore, New Jersey. Sergei Bobrovsky, Systems for Florida. Compadres, Kucherov, Hedman for Tampa. Dylan Duke, Young Guns, Tampa Bay. Cup Quest, Connor Bedard, Chicago. Eklund canvas for the Sharks. Riley Duran Young Guns Boston. Compositions Kopitar for LA. Noah Dobson encore for the Islanders. Composition Speckled Rossi Minnesota. Dostal tracking systems for the Ducks. Bustle of Gunsel for Tampa Bay. Jimmy Snoogaroo Young Guns for the Blues. Cup Quest Igor Shesterkin for the Rangers. Logan Thompson system speckled for the Capitals. Jeremy Swayman canvas for Boston. Eklund portrait for the Sharks. Ivan Demidov encore rookie Montreal. Sizzle Rio Luke Hughes New Jersey. Donovan Sabrango Young Guns Ottawa. Radko Gudas outburst silver for the Ducks. Sizzle Real Ovechkin for the Capitals. Goal-oriented Matthews Toronto. Box 8. Sam Renzel Young Guns Canvas Chicago. Artem Levishnov Young Guns Chicago. Compositions Larkin Detroit. Keandre Miller black and white canvas for the Rangers. Linus Allmark encore for Ottawa. UC Sato systems for Nashville. Leo Carlson Bustle for the Ducks. Carter Mazur Young Guns Detroit. Kyle Connor Cup Quest for the Jets. Dylan Holloway canvas for the Blues. Matthew Robertson Young Guns for the Rangers. Goal-oriented Brady Tkachuk Ottawa. Encore of Logan Cooley, Utah. Cup Quest Speckled McCann, Seattle. Joey Decord systems for Seattle. Alex Tuck, Bustle for Buffalo. Ozzy Weisblatt, Young Guns for Nashville. Bedard Portrait for Chicago. Tracking Systems Speckled Wolf for the Flames. Shesterkin Canvas for the Rangers. Cider Portrait for Detroit. Travis Konechny Encore for Philly. Sizzle Real Tkachuk Ottawa. Oliver Moore Young Guns Chicago. Matt Coronado Outburst Silver for the Flames. Sizzle Real Jacob Markstrom for New Jersey. Compositions Rossi Minnesota. Dazzlers Blue Joey Decord Seattle. Verhage Canvas for Florida. Compositions McDavid for the Oilers. DeBrincat Encore Detroit. Tracking Systems Montembeau Montreal. Cam Lund Young Guns for the Sharks. We got a Young Guns exclusive. Out of 100, a Ryan Suzuki. Nice hit for Carolina. Ryan Suzuki, Young Guns exclusive. Compadres, Forsberg and Yossi, Nashville. Cup Quest, Kreider for the Rangers. Box 9. Jacob Melanson, Young Guns canvas, Seattle. Gabe Petto, Young Guns for the Rangers. Goal-oriented McKinnon for the Avalanche. Morgan Riley, clear cut, Toronto. Jesper Bratt, Encore, New Jersey. Sizzle Real, Matthew Nyes, Toronto. Sizzle Real, Wyatt Johnston, Dallas. Yanni Nyman, Young Guns, Seattle. Tage Thompson, Portrait, Buffalo. Troy Terry, canvas for the Ducks. Rory Cairns, Young Guns for the Flames. Austin Matthews, Portrait, Toronto. Sorokin Encore for the Islanders. Goal-oriented speckled Nylander for Toronto. Compadres, McCarr and McKinnon for the Avalanche. Sizzle Real, Mason Marchment, Dallas. Sam Morton, Young Guns for the Flames. Goal-oriented Jesper Bratt, New Jersey. System speckled Grubauer, Seattle. Killer canvas for the Utah Mammoth. Compositions Tim Stützle, Ottawa. Jimmy Snuggerud, Encore for the Blues. Tracking Systems, Gustafsson, Minnesota. Victor Osman, Young Guns, Seattle. Riley Duran, Young Guns, Outburst Silver for Boston. Bustle of Seth Jarvis, Carolina. Cup Quest, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins for the Oilers. Dazzlers Blue, Sidney Crosby, Pittsburgh. Ross Colton canvas for the Avalanche. Compositions, Ovechkin for the Capitals. Jonathan Marchessault, Encore for Nashville. Dylan Holloway, Bustle for the Blues. Donovan Sabrango, Young Guns, Ottawa. Final pack, box 9. Deluxe at a 250, Connor Ingram for Utah. Sizzle Real, Luke Evangelista, Nashville. William Eklund, Cup Quest for San Jose. Move a stack of base. We'll move on to box 10. All right, box 10, break 17, 904. Kevin Hayes, canvas for Pittsburgh. Oliver Moore, Young Guns, Chicago. Goal-oriented, Sam Reinhart, Florida. Encore Blue, Forsberg for Nashville. Encore of Alex Tuck for Buffalo. Sizzle Real, Arturi Lekkinen for the Islanders. Sizzle Real, Kachuk, Florida. Sam Morton, Young Guns for the Flames. Portrait Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. Jared McCann, canvas, Seattle. Cam Lund, Young Guns for San Jose. Quinn Hughes, Portrait, Vancouver. Pavel Zacha, Encore for Boston. Goal-oriented speckled Brady Kachuk, Ottawa. Compadres, Ovechkin, Wilson for the Capitals. Tracking Systems, Shesterkin for the Rangers. Carter Mazur, Young Guns, Detroit. Goal-oriented Kaprizov, Minnesota. Lane Hudson, Bustle Speckled for Montreal. Chris Letang, canvas for Pittsburgh. Compositions Barzal for the Islanders. Encore Letang, Pittsburgh. Systems of Hellebuck for the Jets. Michael Callahan, Young Guns for Boston. Jason Dickinson, Outburst Silver for Chicago. Bustle Marchessault, Nashville. Cup Quest, Tage Thompson, Buffalo. Dustin Wolf, Dazzlers Blue, Calgary. Nikushkin Canvas for the Avalanche. Compositions Pasternak, Boston. William Nylander Encore for Toronto. Sizzle Reel Tippett for Philly. Demidov, Levushnov, Young Guns Checklist. Montreal, Chicago random at the end. Final pack, box 10. Max Domi Deluxe at a 250 for Toronto. Sizzle Reel of Crosby for Pittsburgh. Kaprizov Cup Quest for Minnesota. On to box 11. Dazzlers Blue, Stützle for Ottawa. Draisaitl Canvas for the Oilers. Composition Celebrini, San Jose. Encore of Seth Jones for Florida. Sizzle Reel McTavish for the Ducks. Luca Cagnoni, Young Guns for the Sharks. Portrait Red out of 199, Morrissey for the Jets. Sizzle Reel Perfetti for the Jets. Cup Quest, Nietzsche's, the Avalanche. Young Guns Canvas, Nicholas Coco, Seattle. Ozzy Weisblatt, Young Guns for Nashville. Compositions, Carlson for Pittsburgh. Encore Blue, Makar for the Avalanche. Peter Kochkov, Encore Carolina. Sizzle Reel, Draisaitl for the Oilers. Sizzle Reel, Kent Johnson, Columbus. Mark Catcomb, Young Guns for the Islanders. Cup Quest, Jason Robertson, Dallas. Joel Eriksson at Canvas for Minnesota. Carson Dorwart, Young Guns for Philly. Goal-oriented Lucas Raymond, Detroit. Artem Levushnov, Encore Chicago. Cup Quest Speckled, Connor for the Jets. Dustin Wolf, Systems for the Flames. Compadres, Aho and Svechnikov, Carolina. Dalibor Dvorsky, Young Guns for the Blues. Marchessault Portrait, Nashville. Matthews Sizzle Reel Speckled, Toronto. Kaprizov Canvas, Minnesota. Matthew Wood Portrait, Nashville. Adam Fantilli Encore, Columbus. Philip Grubauer, Systems for Seattle. Yanni Nyman, Young Guns, Seattle. Miro Heiskanen, Outburst Silver for Dallas. Matt Boldy, Bustle, Minnesota. Compositions, Kachuk, Florida. 12th and final box, 17,904. We got the Young Guns Canvas Checklist. Dalibor Dvorsky with the Blues. Zane Paddock for Calgary. We'll random that off at the end. Zane Paddock, Young Guns for Calgary. Portrait of Alex Ovechkin for the Capitals. Black and white canvas, Duclair for the Islanders. Caulfield Encore for Montreal. Tracking Systems, Wall, Toronto. Bustle Kane for the Oilers. Quinn Hudson, Young Guns for the Oilers. Composition, Suzuki, Montreal. Connor McMichael, Canvas for the Capitals. Ryan Suzuki, Young Guns, Carolina. Compositions, Jack Hughes, New Jersey. Encore, Lucas Raymond, Detroit. Connor Bedard, Portrait Speckled, Chicago. Sizzle Reel, Dakota Joshua, Vancouver. Sizzle Reel, Leo Carlson for the Ducks. Dominic Shine, Young Guns, Detroit. Cup Quest, DeBrincat, Detroit. Askarov, System Speckled, San Jose. Jordan Bennington, Canvas for the Blues. Goal-oriented, Kucherov for Tampa. Celebrini Encore for the Sharks. Vasilevsky, Systems for Tampa. Ethan Frank, Young Guns for the Capitals. Michael Backlund out for silver for Calgary. Compadres, Line Slavkovsky, Montreal. Dalibor Dvorsky, Portrait for the Blues. Dazzlers Blue, Morgan Geeky for Boston. Foligno Canvas, Chicago. Zuccarello Portrait for Minnesota. Vince Dunn, Encore for Seattle. Systems, Jacob Markstrom, New Jersey. Oliver Rodrigue, Young Guns for the Oilers. Final pack, 17,904. Nice, Quinn Hudson, Deluxe Young Guns out of 250 for the Oilers. Bustle, Jesper Bratt, New Jersey. And we wrap it up with a goal-oriented Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. So there you have it, guys. There's another case of Series 1, break 17,904, team by number 2. We do have 3 randoms. So let me get the 3 checklist randoms all set up. We've got Minnesota and Washington. Montreal, Chicago. Blues in Calgary. All right, here we go with our randoms. We'll start with the Young Gun Canvas Checklist. Blues and Flames. Dvorsky and Paddock. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to Calgary. And we got the regular Young Guns. Demidov and Levushnov. Montreal, Chicago random. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to Chicago. And we wrap it up with the Canvas Checklist. Kaprizov and Ovechkin. Minnesota, Washington, 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going to Minnesota. And there you have it, guys. That concludes another break on this release day of Series 1. Double case is scheduled to be next. Showing 3 teams left, guys. 3 teams left. So as soon as those 3 go, we'll probably start breaking the double case 24 boxes. Thanks, everybody.